Hello, dear friends. This is Drops of Light. Drops of Light, the book by the spirit author Casimiro Cunha, through the mediumistic writings of Chico Xavier. What a joy! What a joy! That's what we need. And you know, Jesus came, he's joyful, to date, loving, caring. If you ask me, what is this Spiritism all about? Do you remember when we first started this? And we had this beautiful poem translated firsthand here at Kardec Radio by Casimiro Cunha. Spiritism is a light, glorious, divine, and strong, that enlightens all lives and illuminates beyond death. It's a generous source of compassionate understanding, pouring everywhere the comfort of living waters. It is the temple of charity, in which virtue officiates, and where the blessings of kindness is a flower of eternal joy. And it goes on and on and on, but this is Spiritism. Spiritism is not this thing to make you feel afraid, pushed away. No. Spiritism is to actually make you feel more joyful. Not to feel more guilty, to feel more joyful. Do you feel more joyful? Each and every time you get to know more of these teachings? Or don't you? Because if you don't, read it again, listen to it again, and I assure you, according to what we know, the light of glorious, divine, and strong light that illuminates, that brings virtue, charity, kindness, and the flower of eternal joy. The flower of eternal joy. What else do we want? I don't think we want anything else, because that's everything we've been looking for. So, Casimiro Cunha very kindly brings to us these rhymes, these verses, these stanzas, these poems, these books, because he has written a few through Chico Xavier, to remind us about feeling the message, feeling these teachings. Without feeling, there's no point. Okay? So, today we're going to study chapter 6 from the book Gotas de Luz, Drops of Light. Chapter 6 is titled Sayings, Proverbs, and there are many synonyms. In Portuguese, rifões, in the meaning of proverbs. Okay? Before I read this, I would like to remind you that we still have the book drive for the Spiritist Center in Brazil that is turning 100 years and building their library as per the idea and also the coordination of Kardec Radio's efforts. Okay, they've never asked anything, but we received the message from Kardec Radio's mentors to follow through, and we are doing that. So you can help. If you want to donate a Spiritist book in Portuguese to them, you can send it to Kardec Radio's address. Just go to kardecradio.com, you see our address. Or you can go to the Facebook page in Portuguese, Campanha para a Biblioteca do Centro Espírita Luz e Caridade. If you don't speak Portuguese, send an email to us, kardecradio@gmail.com, and we will enlighten you how else you can help. You can donate money. You can, because the books we have here are going to be coming with us to Brazil when we arrive there at the end of the month of October. And in Brazil itself, if you're in Brazil, there are many points of collection, 13, and you can pick one, the one that you find the closest to you, to either drop off or mail the books to them. You know the power of one? The power of one book. It can change your life. Oftentimes people ask, Vanessa, how can I help the world? Easy peasy. Get a book and give it to somebody. Get one of the Spiritist books. Give as a gift. Donate. Offer. Leave it somewhere like you forgot it. Don't worry, somebody's going to read it. Remember of the true story of the man at Kardec's time. He was passing by, he was walking through a specific bridge in Paris, and he thought of committing suicide. But by the time he was climbing up to throw himself over the bridge, he touched something like a book. And there was enough light for him later to browse through the book, the Spirit's book. And the Spirit's book opened a new era for him in his life. One book! How did you start Spiritism? How did it all start? With a book? With a friend? With a talk? The books are coaches in our lives. Nowadays you have Kardec Radio. If you don't have time to read, you can listen to it. But books are coaches for the soul. And that's why we are here, okay? We are here tonight with you working on this book because it's our coach. The coach is funny and at the same time kind and at the same time inspirational. So given all of this, are you ready? I'm ready. So let's go. We're all ready. Everyone. Karina Alice, beautiful Karina who loves books and is helping the campaign. Thank you, Karina. Again and again. Adilson. Adilson loves books. He gives books. He loves people too. So, you know, Adilson has been helping Kardec Radio in so many ways, bridging up the works so other people can help Kardec Radio. Thank you, Adilson. Lea Severo. Lea Severo. What can I say? Lea Severo has been helping Kardec Radio. The campaign for the center in Brazil. And what else? Fraternity Without Borders. Yay! Fraternity Without Borders. You want a t-shirt like this? It could be a different color. Why not? You buy this, $15, $20, and you're helping families in Africa through the organization fraternitywithoutborders.org. Just talk to Lea Severo, leasevero@gmail.com. Easy! And then you can, or go to the website, fraternitywithoutborders.com. Lívia Moraes, how are you, my friend? Lívia, okay? It's like thought process here. You know, you're in our list of the heart, okay? Leonor Pacheco, how are you? Danny and Erica, collaborators of Kardec Radio, and also helping with several points of collection for the campaign for the center in Brazil. Thank you, Erica. Thank you, Danny. Rafael Medeiros, beautiful to have you here. Ana Oliveira, Ana from Alabama. Anna, my friend, how are you? Rihanna, the first book drive by Kardec Radio. What a joy in South Africa, right, Rihanna? Joyce Magalhães, our friend from Canada, together with Marco and Daniel. Beautiful hug to you, friends. Teresa Castro, how are you? And Paula Andrade, beautiful Andrea, joyful, colorful. Thank you, Andrea. Luciana Antoine, how are you? Cássia, how are you, Cássia? Welcome. Debbie Oliveira, how are you? Hipólito from Pirajuí, Brazil. Our beautiful Brazil, Brasil, meu Brasil brasileiro. Why not? Any country is our country. Every country is our country, right? Rafael from Syracuse, New York. Wow. So, how are you, my friend? Anseissa, capoeirando. Anseissa. Rudy, present with your loving heart. I will address Teresa Castro's question in a bit, okay, Teresa? Marco Carvalho, how are you? So the deadline, thank you for asking, sis. The deadline is actually this Christmas. No way, yay, yes, it is, way. We're gonna close the campaign on Christmas. Why? Because Jesus told us so. No. because, you know, let's give people time. It's a beautiful library, a reference for all the cities. I will be back from Brazil, but you can keep sending because Lea Severo is going to travel there next year to catalog the books. So you still have time. But, you know, the sooner you send it, the better it is. Because if you send it until mid-October to Kardec Radio, I can carry the books to Brazil. If you're sending it in Brazil, you can send it at any time. Ideally, on that anniversary month, October, okay? But don't restrict yourself. Thank you, Cesar, for the question. Hello, Nico. How are you? John the Rosa is here. John the Rosa, the man, the friend, the guy. Thank you, John the Rosa. Mamãe is here. What can I say? Mamãe. My mom, friends. What can I say? My mom is here. I owe my life to her. Thank you, Mom. Thank you. Thank you. Teresa Castro. Flávia Anastácio, how are you? Yeah. You know, Rafael, we will keep doing this unless it's impossible. All right. So, Leia is going to be in Brazil by the end of May. And that's another deadline too. It's a long campaign. It must be, because it's a full library. Okay? Ready? I'm ready. Are you ready? Ready to be healed by the book? You know, these books are true healing. And when we read it, we get something. Right, Jussara? Yeah, so here we are, getting to the point. Let me go here and refresh, share. And here we come. Share the news. Not because of me, no, but because of the message. The message today is Rifões. Procura a paz do equilíbrio no combate em que te elevas. A calma da indiferença é sono abismal nas trevas. Gasta o teu dia estendendo o trabalho nobre e seguro. Quem perde tempo em repouso, compra mágoas no futuro. Foge às pedras da ironia, a que a maldade se encosta. Quando há sarcasmo excessivo, o assunto não tem resposta. Aprende a orvalhar de luz o afeto de teu caminho. Se queres amar a rosa, não condenes o espinho. Na defesa da saúde, usa a prudência e a bondade. Por vezes, mudar de médico é mudar de enfermidade. A pretexto de cautela, não te entregues à secura. Na capa da previdência há muita garra de usura. Se vives com teus amigos, investigando e indagando, receberás as carradas mentiras de quando em quando. You know, we're reading this in Portuguese first because, as Leon Denis says, poetry is a form of music, and music is music in any language. So we need to feel it. Now we transpose into English, to the world. And Chico Xavier smiling for sure, because that was his dream, one of his dreams, to see his books in English. Did you know that? Yeah, that is true. He was always dreaming about Spiritism in English, because he knew through that it was going to hit the world. So let us share the love, building this constructive mental current. You and I, right, Jussara? Right, Mamãe? All right. Chapter 6, Sayings or Proverbs. Seek the balance, the peace of balance, in the battle in which you rise. The calm of indifference is the abysmal sleep in darkness. Spend your day extending noble and safe work. Whoever wastes time in rest buys hurts for the future. Flee from the stones of irony to which evil lies. When there is excessive sarcasm, the subject has no answer. Learn to do the light to the affection of your way. If you want to love the rose, do not condemn the thorn. In defense of health, use prudence and kindness. Sometimes changing doctors is changing the disease. On the pretext of caution, do not give yourself to dryness. Under the cover of prevention, there are many claws of usury. If you live with your friends, investigating and inquiring, you will receive lots of lies from time to time. Time after time. No, nothing to do with the poem. Nothing to do, right, Ricky Faria? From São Paulo, city of São Paulo, the city of São Paulo, the city of Emmanuel in Brazil. Lots of story, right? Yes, thank you for joining us. This is a therapeutic conversation that is supposed to boost, as Leon Denis says, spirit is poetry, boosts our moral strength, because he helps us feel the scriptures. It's not only about doing the good, but feeling the good. Feeling the good means you're vibrationally going to conform to it. It's not enough to know here. Many people are impressed about knowledge, but I, as a scientist, I tell you, as a neuropsychologist, I tell you this. I'm not impressed with knowledge if it doesn't transform our lives. I remember in the 6 years of interviews of Kardec Radio, many scientists doing wonderful works. But I remember one in particular that was telling me about reincarnation and the research on it. And when I asked him, what is the catch? In the sense of like, since you know it, how does it change your practice as a psychiatrist? He said, well, I don't know. So what is this knowledge all about? If it's not going to give you, or I, a more dignified life. Knowledge for knowledge? No, thank you. We need knowledge that transforms. And that's why Jesus, the governor, came to the earth. And thank God he didn't come with a PhD. He didn't come with a doctor of the law title, or in a most prominent family, or in a most influential family, because that is not going to take us anywhere if we don't feel what we know. So, statistically speaking, it's a very subjective question, but you can ask yourself, how much of what I know is really being applied? 0 to 10, 0%, 100%. Just give an estimate. It's feeling. Is it 40%, 70%, 100%, 1% of what we know in life? Some people know that smoking is bad. They keep smoking. They are not using their knowledge for anything. Some people know that drinking alcohol is bad for their knowledge, for their health, but they keep drinking. Some people know that eating in the wrong way can lead to diseases. They keep eating anyways. So that knowledge is not transforming. Right? As Adilson is saying, knowledge with love transforms. Exactly. Thank you, Adilson. That's exactly what it is. We need to feel the scriptures. And to feel the scriptures mean to be kind and charitable and generous and also strong. Learning how to say yes, yes, no, no, as Jesus said. You think he agreed with everything? No, but he didn't condemn. He just let people do their thing. But he went his way and did his. He never stopped to do what he had to do because the Pharisees were doing something wrong. You see, he didn't mingle. He was there. But he had to do what he had to do on his way. He was not in this capsule, the box. He was really an out-of-box person. Jesus is the most out-of-box person you ever meet on the earth. The most courageous, the most incredible, because he had this perfect combination of the feminine and the masculine in his psyche. Loving and determined. Caring and courageous. These combinations, a psychologist says, are very rare on the earth because we're very splitted. I'm a man. I'm determined. But loving, come on. Some people are like this on the earth. Majority are still like this on the earth. And a woman, oh yeah, I'm so loving and caring. No, but I'm afraid. I'm not that courageous. I'm not that determined. Come on. You are not what the physical body is presenting to you. Your spirit living on earth. Yes, we are children of love. We are children of God. We reincarnated to learn to do good, and we are spirits living on earth. Do you feel yourself as spirit living on earth? Because that's what you are. I agree with you, Adilson. Leon Denis, about love and knowledge combined. I remember my friend John the Rose, if I may say this, he said how much he likes Leon Denis. Because Leon Denis makes us feel more. Yeah, it's just the way he writes. That's why read the book After Death. We have it there. In these simple 7 stanzas today of these poems, we go from balance to friendships. The poem begins with, there's a central theme that has features, and we're going to analyze the features so we feel them more properly. It begins with balance. Balance. Do you seek the peace of balance? So what do we need to do? Not be indifferent. So to achieve peace of balance, we cannot be indifferent. Let us ask ourselves, am I being indifferent to any life on this earth? To anybody on this earth? Disregarding people because we think they're not important in our projects, in our lives? That's not going to make us find the peace of balance. That's number 1. 2, he repeats it in every poem. Work, noble and safe work. He is always saying this combination, work and rest. He says, you know, If you waste your time in rest, you're gonna buy hurts in the future. It's summertime in the United States, almost over by a month, and people often think about this endless vacation, and we ask why. But Vanessa, work is so hard. You know how you can transform it? Make your present pleasant. Present, pleasant, pleasant, present. How? Use your imagination. In the book Thought and Life by Emmanuel, Emmanuel talks about one of the departments of our mind being imagination. Use your imagination. When you are in a meeting, it's boring. Think of something that is fun and enlightening. Seek the good in the people in that meeting. I know Casimiro Cunha said another poem. If we're going to be in the den of the lions, we need companions with us. But that's not the case. We're talking about daily things. So spend your day doing noble and safe work. Don't dream of resting. Dream of being useful. So let's do the affirmation so you reprogram your mind. I'm reprogramming my mind as we speak. Put your hand on your chest. This is a technique by neuropsychology. You touch your physical body, you're stimulating your brain, and you attach phrases, affirmations with it. You can boost more of the memories in your body. So, and in yourself. So let us go. I dream of being useful. I dream of being useful. And again, I dream of being useful. If you're asking, but Vanessa, I am useful. But we're talking about super duper whooper useful. Meaning all the time. Like Kardec says to us in the Spirit's book, Law of Work, work is every useful occupation, making everything we do throughout the day useful. Everything. Not a single waste of a minute. That's what we're striving to achieve. Okay, so Jussara Korngold, thank you, Jussara. She's sharing with us that she's just received more copies of the book Thought and Life. If you want to buy it, sgny.org. Thank you, Jussara. Beautiful news, celebrating. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, in this world of balance, we need to work. But he's saying no irony and sarcasm, and we live in a society that is pretty much sarcastic. But we're not going to go there. He says, flee from the stones of irony to which evil lies. When there is excessive sarcasm, the subject has no answer. You know what I mean? Like Jesus, when the Pharisees were sarcastic, he wouldn't reply. He wouldn't be in that battle. Leave it alone. You want balance? Don't use irony and sarcasm, and don't reply to it either. Let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Let sarcasm be itself, but far away from us. Julija, you're here with us. Welcome, dear soul. Balance with work, a little rest. No irony, no sarcasm, and tolerance. Tolerance, yes to tolerance. He says, learn to do the light to the affection of your way. If you want to love the rose, do not condemn the thorn. I confess this is hard. In us, to approve of the imperfections, to be indulgent with imperfections of others, as per the Spiritist definition of charity, is complex. But you know where we can be? Thought and life. So let us do an affirmation, okay? Affirmation number 2 tonight. Again, push the buttons. Ping, ping, ping. Reprogramming my mind, reprogramming my mind, reprogramming my mind and my heart. Let's go. I love and approve of myself. I love and approve of myself. I love and approve of myself. Now think of somebody it's hard to tolerate. Let us send a thought to that person, shall we? I love and approve of yourself. I love and approve of you. I love and approve of you. Vanessa, it's hard to feel it. Keep saying it, you will feel it. You're reprogramming. Your thought has power. It's a mental electromagnetic force, according to André Luiz in the book Mechanisms of Mediumship. So if you find it hard to achieve anything, thought, feelings, then words and actions. Like an architect that has to design a house. You say, I want to build a house. Where does it begin? In your idea, then in the paper, and then the constructors, the builders. But when you draw the house, you draw as you'd like it to be. So you say, my house has a pink door. No, but it doesn't. There's no house. No, but I'm designing it. Design your life. Dr. Srini Pillai from Harvard University proved in many papers that if you visualize, like Emmanuel said, 1858 in the book Thought and Life, visualize the good. We have Srini Pillai in the 21st century proving to us with imaging studies of the brain that if you tell the address of what you want to achieve, your brain is going to respond to it. It's worthwhile doing these exercises. Casimiro Cunha is coaching us. Truly. Balance, he started the poem today, means work, no irony and sarcasm, tolerance, now health. If we want, in defense of our health, use prudence and kindness. Prudence. What is to be prudent? It requires discernment. And Spiritism can help us in that regard, because Spiritism is the light of discernment. Says Humberto de Campos in one of his books, one of his chapters in the book Among Brothers of Other Lands. So here we have kindness. We're yet to know, right? Because sometimes out of defense we're rough. Yeah. But I forgive myself. And I tell myself, I am kind. I'm designing my house, okay? You want to design yours? Let's design ours together. Okay? Let's go. I am kind and loving. I am kind and loving. I am kind and loving. Finally, the last two stanzas. Do not let yourself be dry in your relationships. And if you use too much of your friendships to talk too much, be careful. Because sometimes people talk, they don't say the truth. So he's saying, talk less, work more, be more tolerant, be kind. You'll be healthy and balanced. This is the message of Casimiro Cunha from the highest spheres to us, giving us new hope, new joy to live a much better life. Are you feeling the love? Feel the good, because God is so good. God is so good. God is so good. He's so good to us. God is so good to us. God is so good. God is so good. He's so good to us. A big hug on all of you. And until tomorrow, God willing.